Let's go, lifers. 4 minutes and counting. 4 minutes and counting. Check. Is this thing on? Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Thank you so much for calling yourself crypto lifers and jumping on into the live stream with the lifer. I'm so excited to be here with you, each and every one of you, learning, changing your lives. We got Atom 3L for gains. We got so many coins for gains. We nailed it again overnight. I personally hit it too, So look, Atom 3L for a beautiful inverted head and shoulder to the upside. It actually went up about 30%, came back down to test the neckline. I see head and shoulders test the neckline like 80% of the time and then boomed for the retest off that neckline. You could also draw that as an ascending triangle. I found out that inverted head and shoulders are actually ascending triangles. So look at this, Atom 3L for massive gains. 54%, posted on the 17th, 4 days later in the morning, you're waking up to gains. And I was looking at this in the middle of the night at 3:54 a.m. I'd been woken up by my sister's kids in the middle of the night, decided to do some work. And that's the greatest thing about owning your own business. If you wake up in the middle of the night, owning your own business that has something to do with a 24/7 market. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel like getting it in, it's time to get it in. You can put some work in. There's always a scan. There's always something you could teach a student or a beginner in the market. So shout out to each and every one of you who has the ability, the optimism to believe that anything is happening to your life. That's why you're here on this channel right now. You believe that if you get the education, that if you go after what you love, your life will change. And I believe it too. And so I changed my life. You're going to change your life together. We're going to change many other people's lives. Once you get situated, you'll be able to help others. Half my life is dedicated to helping others now. Yes, I make money. Yes, I got the channel. Yes, things go well. But every day I wake up, I'm okay. Things have been all right for me. And I want to see somebody else have the same experience that I did. I want to see somebody else 50x their money, on Cardano. I want to see somebody else 20x their money on Phantom. I want to see somebody else 44x their money on Cake. I want to see people change their lives just like I did here live on this channel. You guys watched it start with 1 subscriber to 50 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 30,000 to 300,000 to 3 million subscribers. And we're on our way, everybody. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's jump into Bitcoin because that's what everybody wants to know what I'm saying here with BTC. So real quick, I have a couple nice and easy ways to look at this. This was the bear flag. Where it came up, we broke out. We hit a new high of resistance. Beautiful. 24,500 became resistance. Now we're bouncing back off the top of this trend line of the bear flag. You see that? That's a bullish retest of the top of the trend. So we want to see this bullish retest stay okay. However, look, up, down, up, down. This could be getting into a tight rising wedge. On the 22-hour, I'm showing how if we kind of position this wedge like so, you can see that it could basically break down to where the bottom of the wedge began. So if you see 18,950, do not be surprised. We are pointing down on the 22-hour stochastics RSI, okay? We are high on the MACD and we're extremely high on the RSI. Telling you that there has to be a pullback. Here we had a pullback. Here we had a pullback. Every single time we got into these parameters on the 22-hour, there was a bit of a pullback. How hard the pullback, how strong it is the question. But right now I want to just press you to the bigger time frame and show you that it's a little, it's showing some struggles. But there's always a but. There's a caveat here. The 4 hour's been doing its thing. Now the 4 hour came to a low, made a high, made a higher low, made a higher high, made a higher low, banged on them for a higher high now. Actually, the true higher low is right here. We came up, we made a secondary higher low. The bears were trying to get us down here. The bears should have got us to right here. I mean, look how much the lower lows were closer before. Now the next low is way higher. See? On the oscillation of the 4 hour. My point of the story is, we oscillated back down to a higher low. That's telling me that the 4 hour is likely putting in a higher low here at around 22,005. They may wick you down. They may play games with the liquidations, but it's telling me that we have a pretty good path all the way back up at least to 24,460. However, and I feel like I've been saying this every day. It's funny, but I guess this could make an M pattern, and then the M would break down to this area. So if you can't get above this resistance, it would be a good place to short the market. And if you see, and then you get here, you may scale out right here, like I'd sell half here. And then when this starts to break down, I'd either stay in the trade with that other half and then close out the trade here on a short. So I'm already looking how I would short the market a couple hours, a couple days beforehand. You must be ahead of the trade. Being ahead of the trade is the way you execute. Most people aren't ahead of their trade. They want to jump in immediately. It doesn't work like that, okay? You have to plan out your trades. There must be focus, discipline, and planning. It's just like everything in life. If you make a whim, sometimes it works on a whim in life, but most of the time, the best decisions are well thought out, well planned out, strategic. I look at life just like a war, you know, and you're not battling anyone but yourself, but you got to help yourself stay on point. You got to help yourself survive the war, right? We have falling volume with falling price. Also suggests that we may lose a little bit of the sell volume. We have a little bit of buy pressure there, just turned into sell pressure. Look at that. It's going back and forth now. We're trying to see if the buyers or the sellers are going to take over this candle here to the upside. Right now, the 4-hour suggests we will break up to the upside. Also, not many people will show you this, and I may be the only one in the entire world, but Sammy, there's a bit of, I call this an emerging cup and handle. The cup is emerging to the upside. You have a slight, tiny handle. I'm just going to show you what the measured move says will happen. I can't, you know, a lot of times I don't believe the technical analysis, but it plays out regardless of what I think is going to happen. That's why I can't tell myself what I believe. I just have to say, hey, this is what the probability says by the pattern. $29,000 Bitcoin is what this says we can get to. All right. Also, very simply put, to me, this makes complete sense when I use my VRVP, my visual range volume profile, right? And actually, wait, I think I have this on ANKR now. Yeah. Lifer Basic VRVP. Yeah, there you go. Now, the point of the story is when you leave a high volume node, you go to the next one. It's very simple. So it makes sense. Look, we left the high volume node here at 21,387. Once you leave that, now you're in the abyss. You're like a ship waiting to dock. There's no place to dock but here. So it's likely we head to this next big bar of liquidity for Bitcoin. It's just very, very likely. I've seen it happen many times somewhere into this zone. And this coincides with this ridiculous cup and handle move to the upside. Is that a guarantee? Am I going to put my name on that? Am I going to guarantee it? No. We'd have to get above, you know, I take it step by step. I trade Bitcoin every 5 to 6 hours, every level by level. All right. As we go. And we'd have to break above 24,005 now, which is the new resistance. Before anything happens, we need to get above the new previous high that we just made. So that's why if we make an M pattern here, it basically will bow that the bulls could not get us above the resistance, and then we're likely to head to the downside. This will then complete a possible rising wedge that could break you back down. So your bearish scenario is that this is a rising wedge that could break back down. How does that happen? You fall through the 200-day moving average here on the 4-hour, which you've been holding above nicely, all right? And you do a bearish retest of basically 22,161, and then that would start to move back to this liquidity zone here at about 19,688. You know, remember, you still have huge points of control to bounce off of, like we've talked about before. You still have a huge, you know, these areas here. There's 20,005, there's 21,171. So things to think about, okay? Look how I'm mapping it, I'm sandwiching it in the VPVR there. Shout out to the $3.33 in chat revenue. I love you for the 333. And if you're in the trading group, we made massive gains again last night. Nice enough to actually show my trading, which I usually don't, you know. But yeah, I mean, I get active when the trading gets active, right? And I'm not a big shot. Sometimes I make $100, $50. I'm not ashamed of that, you know. But look, you look at my last 9 trades in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And I won basically 8 of them. I only lost 1 trade for $26. Yeah, this one only 80, this one 40, this one 60, 70, 2,000, 19, 126, 140. Just protecting the bag. Every time I was up, moving the stop loss, taking a bag, moving the stop loss, taking a bag, moving the stop loss, taking a bag. But honestly, that's one of my best streaks in my life. 8 straight trade. 9, I think I made, let's see, I made 1, 2, yeah, hold up. I made 5 trades straight without a loss. That's not easy to do. You got to be on point to do that. You have to have control over your emotions. You have to have a plan. You have to know exactly what you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades straight in a row. It's pretty nice. When you win 8 out of 9 trades, you're doing pretty good in life. I'm telling you right now, I don't care how big the wins are. They will compound over time. $100, 3% a day turns into $180,000 on day number 272. You can make big money compounding your gains. Not losing money is the key. The number one rule in trading is to not lose money, okay? Most of these guys out here will not even show you. They'll show you 1 good trade or 2 good trades. Like, let me see your week of trading, dude. Show it to me. And look, this is not doctored. I didn't delete a trade in the middle. These are all my trades. 720, 720, 721, 721, 718. Like, these are my trades, you know? Combined with Bitcoin, I made $3,000 in the last 2-3 days. $3,000 can change your life. I mean, that's life-changing wealth, because what if you put that in an altcoin and that 10x's to 30 grand? Pay your taxes, take the 15, put that in something else, that 10x's to 150 grand. 4 or 5 years from now, your life is completely different because you took a shot, because you got educated, because you made a gain. Fortune favors the brave. You must go after what the other people will not go after. Most people, trading is blah, blah, blah. Funny, I'm at a guy's house the other night, and he's like, hey, I'm in this coin. It's called Mara. That's not good. S&P dumping to the downside right now. S&P taking a massive dump. It's not good for the markets. But you know what? Right now, it looks like a liquidity grab. Looks like a liquidity grab. They're just scaring people. They're still in this bullish rectangle, in my humble opinion. And you're oversold in the 15-minute. I see a bounce happening off the 200-day moving average here. I think price is just coming down to liquidity where people want to get in. I see the S&P breaking out of this bull flag, bull rectangle, back to the upside here at these little dots. Why do I think this is highly likely going to happen? Well, the 50-minute is very oversold. The 1 hour is also, oversold, pointing to the upside. All right. These are good signs. So yes, we're getting a red candle. Yes, it's getting nasty. 4 hour wants to dump on you, though. So it's almost like you got to pull that Hail Mary. You got to pull the Hail Mary. We're going to delete all my old work for a second on the S&P. This is ES1, E-mini futures. But look, even this little cup and handle that we called did break out a little bit. Leave that in there. We want to see that stay intact. One of the few channels that called the reversal of the S&P based on this cup and handle here. Called this headed shoulder when the whole market said we were dumping to the downside. I called the reversal on the Dow, on the S&P and Bitcoin. Pretty crazy. And we got them. We nailed it with the cup and handle to the upside. Then this was the cup and handle too that blasted to the upside as well. Most people did not see it. But I use the cup and handle to get through almost every single market, every single time. And you think I'm out of my mind, and I don't care what anyone thinks. I know it works. I'm 8 for 10 on my trades. What are you? Well, I'm 8 for 9 on my trades. What are you? You know what I'm saying? So, I have the trades to back it up. I have the team to back it up. I have the elite traders to back it up. I have people I've trained to back it up. I got the testimonials to back it up. I got the group to back it up. About to hit 700 today. The 700 Club, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Bang, bang, bang. SYLO banged up. Put it out here in a tight channel on July 17th at 9 at night. July 20th last night. About to go to bed. 40% gains and more. I think it would continue. PROM, Prometheus, put it out yesterday at 11 at night. Or the night before. This thing would bang on us right before I went to bed. Up 25% gains for Prometheus. Coming out of the wedge. Tightness. I show the same. All my trades are the same way. I don't make one trade one way and one trade another. It's the same trade over and over again. YFDI, we put it out in this beautiful channel. 36.6% gain. Shout out to Renier. Banging on them. Epic Prime in this little tight channel. This thing would bang out for 19% gains. Storage, little 9% gains. Might actually have some more coming. Pond was in this inverted head and shoulder at the tightness. Came back down, would bounce off this line right here and bang on you for 23% gains. Right? Bond, I mean, come on now. Bond we took for massive gains. I woke up yesterday to a $2,000 win for Bond. Bang, bang, bang. And here was the trade for Bond, up 2 racks right here. Got in, banged on them. Sold it at 5:48 a.m. because I used 3 commas. I'm telling you right now, if you're not using 3 commas, look, we're green in the Bitcoin. We're green in the Ethereum. We're green in the money, baby. And I'm not going to be rude and show it to you, but the idea is we are grinding through at the speed of light. This is 3 commas. There's a link to 3 commas in my description. Look, it shows every trade nice and neat. I know exactly when I got out, how much I made, what I got in. It has the little icons. This is beautiful. The exchange. If you're not trading 3 commas, I don't know what's wrong. This is the best place to get your organized mindset to trade because you need things nice and neat. How can you trade if things aren't nice and neat and put together? 3 commas really puts it down for you and gets you going. I love 3 commas. Shout out to the 3 commas team. Link in the description below if you would like a discount that you can't get anywhere else. The 3 commas. All right, so moving forward, we're breaking it down. So S&P will be directly correlated to Bitcoin. I see a bounce to the upside when the 50-minute and the 1 hour are this low. We usually get a bit of a bounce. So we are getting wicked up here off the bottom of this channel. I'm expecting a move. Actually, what's nice about this is, look, now when we get those wicks off, we can kind of make this more of a pennant, nice, tighter channel. I see the S&P making a move today to about 4,000. If it breaks back above 4,000, that's going to be a nice psychological area. Also, the S&P broke huge psychological support here out of this wedge. Its next big range to deal with is going to be this zone here at 4,098. But the S&P right now is moving, and heading back to its next zone of liquidity at about 4,121. If it can get up there, let's take it one step at a time. Let's watch this 1 hour, and we'll report back later on tonight. Why are we going over the S&P? We don't trade the stock market. What are we doing? The S&P is directly correlated to Bitcoin, and it front runs it a little bit. If you see a massive dump here, it's likely you're in the next few minutes, or maybe even the next 10, 20 seconds, you're going to start seeing a massive dump for Bitcoin. All right. I just sold Matic 3L. What made me sell Matic 3L? Let's talk about Matic 3L. We trade Matic 3L in the trading group yesterday for massive gains. All right. And honestly, I put it like this, and it took me years to figure this out. But I was like, there's your channel. They broke out, they bounced, fell back in. That's your diagonal support line. You can see you bounced off it here. Support can be diagonal. And there's diagonal fibs going through here that you may not even know. That's the GAN fan. There's a lot going on. But look, we came here and we bounced off the what? The 200-day moving average. And so I got in last night right there. And I took this gain to resistance. So I took the bounce off the 200 to resistance. Nice way to play. Look, we had gapped up here. What is a gap up? Gaps up when price action goes up and down really fast through a zone and doesn't use a lot of support and resistance in that area. When I see that, I take advantage of that. So when I see a gap up, I know that I can likely gap back up for my win. And I'll have not a lot of resistance. Now, see, this isn't a gap up here. Price went up and down, up and down, up and down. I knew to take profits right there, sold at resistance. Told my exact team exactly where I sold the trade. You know, I don't have to always do that, but I was just like, hey, look, sell at resistance, buy at support. I just sold at resistance. It never went higher than that. You know, it probably will later on, but that was the sell. I mean, and if you keep doing the right thing, look, previous support becomes resistance. We bounced there, so that's going to be your resistance to the upside. To Conor McGregor, to the upside. Sold at resistance. Bang, bang, bang. Made a nice gain and went on with my day, right? Is what it was, right? Made 16% on the trade. And I put barely anything in the trade. Why? Because I made the trade last night. I made the trade last night at like 1 in the morning. When was I up here? They don't show you. And I usually put $3,000 in these. The fact that I only put $750 is, but I was super tired. Market was kind of sketch. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a shot and just get enough. Just get enough to and be humble about it. You know what I'm saying? So that pays my bills, man. There's some bills I pay. That pays some bills. That gets things going for me. All I need is a couple little shekels in my pocket to get me going. It's the people that did just like, have to. It's like, who end up broke. The humble guy never ended up broke. Stay humble. Please stay humble. So here, we got the wedge here, and we're at the bottom of it. It's likely the liquidity grab right now. We'll take a look at BOOKMAP. I should see some liquidations on the longs. I want to see the longs stop getting liquidated. When I see the longs ending the liquidations, it's likely that's also going to be the end. All right? The idea behind this is, if I double click in, we have some bullish divergence too occurring here now. And we do. I have this line here showing you the bullish divergence. I'll delete that one. Oops, sorry. I'm going to get rid of my moving averages just for a second. They can get it a little messy. So look, we have a swing up here on this RSI or flat. Let's and you can always double click any oscillator to see the whole thing. And look, that's definitely an uptrend there. You see that? Double click out of that. And then when we look here, this is definitely a downtrend. That is bullish divergence, hands down. So I would long that bullish divergence on the 15-minute. We still have a little more room to come down. Let's see a pin 7-minute. I'd like to see the pin 7-minute with the bullish divergence again, even more exaggerated on the 7, telling us that is liquidations. Why? Because I figured this out. Danny helped me figure this out. Anku Kutsi Butsu, man. And shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Stack. Stack, we found out you're okay. I can breathe. I didn't know if you're okay, Stack. I got to get you my personal number, man. Whenever you're doing that, you got to send me a text and be like, listen, I might be MIA. I thought you were hurt. I thought you were sick. I thought something had occurred. I was super worried about you, Stack. Don't do that to me ever again, man. You're one of my favorite people in the whole world. When I don't know where you are or if you're healthy, I'm freaking out. All right? Freaking out. So like we told you yesterday, there's more liquidity down here than up here. So it's likely we're going down to 22,000 and grabbing as much liquidity as we can, pack it a bag. So it's likely we head back down here and we dip into this liquidity zone. And watch out. If you're trading along and you're leveraged, they're going to come for you. They are going to come for you. So get ready. They're going to come for you. All right. Shout out to Anku. Anku, could you send me a message on Discord if you're out? I don't know if you're here or not. But if you are, could you message me on Discord of how to set up that liquidation indicator? I would love to show people it today. It's so cool. And I just don't remember, you know. If you're out there, illuminated. Look, I didn't even see, he wrote sure, like after I said the word. I love you, bro. And honestly, to the people that I love and care about, I work so hard, I don't get to talk to the people that I want to talk to as much as I can. I really don't. Like, look at my day today. Live stream. 2 meetings with 2 lawyers, you know, about something I'm getting it done. And then from there, you know, I'm scanning with my group. I'm working with my elite traders. We're figuring things out. You know, and then I have around the blockchain, and then we have a screen share tonight. I may not do the screen share because a lifer says he's in town and he said we could hang out. And I said, man, if you want to hang out, I'll definitely cancel the screen share, but you got to let me know. Yeah, Wigwag, Texas Tubes on Instagram. Amazing glass blower. Check them out. So we still see a lot of buy orders down here trying to get filled, but you can see the liquidations kind of stop. We got 32,000 in liquidations right there. Insanity. This was a big sell wall too. I do see the bullish divergence though. Can we get the bounce? We're looking for a bounce on the bullish divvy to the upside here. I'm suggesting we do get a bounce. All right. However, you have to be preemptive. It could be this. Could be looking at an inverted head and shoulder here, just getting ready. So I'll keep this on ice. I'm expecting a bounce for Bitcoin back off this level here, you know, where we did lose a high volume node. And when you do that, you're likely to come down to the lower volume node, 21,879. So don't be surprised if we get a fallout here to about this area. Okay. Or even to this area, the node. Well, actually, no, we got this place to hold us. 22,000, yeah. So you're likely to come here. You break this. Whenever you break a node, picture it like a ball on a hill. This is the ball. You break the node, the ball rolls right down the hill. You see? Just like here, when we broke the node here, the ball rolled right up the hill to the next node, didn't it? You see? Shoom, it went right up like a ball. So picture the volume, visible range volume profile. Kind of twist your head like this and think about the price being a ball. And think about how the price, if it's flipped off the hill, where it would go. So if the ball flips off the hill this way, it's going to fly to here. If it flips off the hill this way, it's going to fly to here. So crucial area of support for Bitcoin is this 22,160 area, 22,250. We break that, we get through this node, you're likely to head down to the beginning of the node again. I've seen it many, many times in my life. It happens like clockwork. I wouldn't be surprised, right? So right now we are getting the bounce off the divergence as suggested we would. We called the exact bottom here. Lack of bearish momentum. MACD is low. I suggest a breakout. Honestly, looking at what the 1 hour is looking like and looking like the 4 hour is resetting for a move, this is a higher low in the 4 hour. These smaller time frames to me are confirming the bounce. Why is this so dang big? That's ridiculous. That took up half my gosh damn screen. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you to all the new lifers who are here today. If you just found me on Around the Blockchain or you found me on BitBoy's channel last week, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to show up every single day. This is show number 545, I think. Let me see. Show number, what show is it? Show, and I haven't taken a day off. Show number 544. Did I mess up? And nope. Yep. Show number 544. Have not taken a day off. If you look here and you go through, and you can go through if you want, and you can write down every single day, and you can see that I've never missed a day in 500 and some odd crazy days, 550, 60. I think it's even more than these because I started this beforehand, but we started tracking the episodes. Sometimes I did 2 episodes a day though, but it's definitely around like 580, something insanity. It's been over a year and a half to 2 years now that I've been going live. Since January of 2021, I started going live, and I really, I was going live before that, but I started going live without a day off. Haven't taken a day off from the trading group. Haven't taken a day off. I may take 5 hours. I may take 4 hours. I may take my kids to the beach, but I'm back You know, my wife's cooking dinner. I'm back in front of the screen. I'm back doing a Bitcoin update. I'm back grinding because I love what I do. And I don't think this is work. This is what I love. It's a labor of love. So if you have a labor of love, you don't take days off from labors of love. 666 people on the live, 271 on the likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. $30 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. So blessed. And thank you so much to have each and every one of you. You're awesome. Awesome. Just your being, your existence, your vibration. You may be out there, but you're bringing it here. Thank you to you for showing up. Without you, I don't have a channel. Without you, I don't have a trading group. Without you, I don't have this beautiful life. Well, I could trade alone and make a bunch of money, I guess, but it's just not the same. So thank you so much for being a part of my life. I'm so happy to be a part of your life. Together, we're going to have a great life. So become a lifer. I can't wait to see you in the lifer group, man. Men and women, ladies and gentlemen, every single person out there, binaries, LGBT, trans, I don't care what you are. If you love other people, if you have love in your heart, if you want to change the world for the better, and you're willing to not accept hate and move forward, then you are a lifer. All right? Well, you're beginning to become a lifer. Then you need to become financially free. You need to be spiritually free. You need to be mentally tough. You need to have discipline. The 4 Ds: desire, dedication, right? Discipline, determination. Those are the 4 Ds that you're going to need in life to get through anything. The law of resistance. Anytime you're moving forward, you're going to hit the law of resistance. You're going to have to push through that law of resistance. So back to Bitcoin to leave you. I believe we're going to get a pump to the upside. However, it's crucial. We get above this or we make an M pattern and M's dump us to the downside. So this is a crucial area for us to get above in the 15-minute. Look for the 50-minute to push above. You push above this, I would look for a 7-minute retest for an entry. That's the safest way to play a trade, is to wait for a break above a resistance and play the support. Just like I sold Matic at the resistance, you get into the trade at the support. Same scenario, same idea. You know, you just flip it sideways and do it the other way. So 22,500 is also psychological support. It is what it is. So we're looking for the divergence to break to the upside, to get above the resistance of this high volume node right here, which coincides with where we aren't able to break, which is 22,700. Even 22,777, the 777s. And as I said, 777s, the viewer was 677, if you caught that, and then it left, but crazy. The likes are 320, the viewers are 680. That doesn't match. That's not lifer status. This isn't crypto banter. This isn't all the other shows you watch where they just like tell you a bunch of stuff, get into Luna, and then get smashed, and then tell you they still know about crypto. All those channels that got into Luna heavy, they should all just say, you know what, everyone, we're going to take a month off and let the real channels tell people the news, you know, because it's like, come on, dude. You got into Celsius, you got into I never went into Celsius. I never went into Luna heavy. I never did ANKR. You know, I thought I might do it. I was talking about it, but I never did it. I never said anyone, it wasn't an idea. And I have been very, very good about keeping my trading group away from pain. We shorted the market starting in late April, and we've been taking gains on gains. The second the market started to come back, we started to pull the longs. We called bottoms. We started buying Bitcoin at 17.5, 17.8. I said I sold all my orders. And then I even gave you the exact strategy that I took to make gains. I said, I'm going to buy $100,000 worth of Bitcoin here, keep 50 grand on the sidelines. And again, you may be like, oh, I don't have money like that. Equate it to the same. If you have 1,000, then take your 1,000 like it's 100,000. Don't beat yourself up for what you don't have. Be happy for what you do have. God blesses those who are appreciative for everything that they get. If every time you get even $1 and you appreciate it, more will come your way. If you win a trade for $50 and you go, I could have held it for more. You know, a guy was in my house recently. I had a dinner party last night, and he was like, I can't understand these people. They make a trade, and then they get mad that because it kept going up. I'm like, I don't care if it keeps going up. I said, I don't care one bit. I don't care why I own it. I said, I get it. I said, they're using, because he's mental tough. It's mental toughness. That's a mentality. That's not even a trading mentality. That's a mentality to be happy about every single thing coming your way, to make the best out of the situation, no matter what. I have a cool story I'd like to tell. If you want me to share it, I'll share it a little while later on. If you guys want the story, say we want the story. But I don't want to waste your time. I want to give you only technical analysis. But some of the stories are helping with your mental thought process. And then they're going to help with your trading. So my stories do, I believe, have everything to do with trading, even if they don't, because they have everything to do with mentality. And mentality is how I got here in the first place. Sam, I'm happy about everything in life. No doubt. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. We love you. Super glad to hear you support my boys, GS. Get excited for the glass gallery in December. to dedicate to some December to dedicate to some big things. That's so awesome, man. Yeah, dude, I want to hang out with Wigwag, man. I don't know where he's at. Wigwag, where you at, man? Wigwag. He may be out on the mountain bike right now doing his thing, you know. Lifer story, one chapter at a time. No, but this is a crazy story. So I was a cameraman, and I used to kind of run my own business, and I ran a company called Industry Exclusive, and I used to run around and, you know, I would meet celebrities or, you know, befriend them and say, hey, I'll shoot your life and show people what it's like. And if they didn't have a cameraman at the time in the city they were at, they'd be like, all right. And I started small, had no idea. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into really how it started. But one night, it's really late, and I'm with Stephon Marbury all night. He had just stopped playing with the Celtics. He had retired, and he was hanging out a lot. And my friend's sister used to date him. So he knew his contact. We got in contact, and somehow we started hanging out with him. Like, literally, I was hanging out with Stephon for, like, months of my life. Like, 3 to 4 months straight. He was picking me up in the Bentley. We were driving all around Times Square. It was absolutely absurd. I got the pictures to prove it on my Facebook if you ever want to check it. Hanging out with Stephon. And it was crazy, dude. And he's a really nice dude. And at the time, he was trying to do so many good things for people, too. And that rubbed up on me. You know, hanging out with Stephon Marbury left an indelible mark on my life. Like, I was never the same after that, you know? And he was always trying to help people, always trying to do something, always trying to get, like, something started, something going. I can't stand Facebook, but those pictures are on Facebook. Point of the story is, I wanted to get his phone number. We were getting close, and I was like, I want to get his phone number. But he doesn't give it, you know, you can't be like, hey, can I get your phone number? It's like, you know, he's the celebrity, you're hanging out. You don't know when you can ask for the contact, but you want the contact. You want to treat him just like a random person you just met. So you're like, all right. And I also told myself, like, he's a random person, dude. I don't care. It got to the point where you hang out with them so much, you don't care that they're a celebrity. They're just a human being, just like you. So what? Everybody knows it. It's cool to walk in places with them, though, and have everyone stare at you. Like, we used to walk into clubs, and everyone would be like, there's Stephon Marbury. And I'd be right next to him, like, yeah, I'm with Stephon. Like, what's going on, you know? And he was super nice about it, and he always, like, blessed me and made us feel cool. Strawberry, baby. And you can ask him. This is a true story. He'll look you dead in the face. He knows me. And so what happened was I had my car, and my car gets relocated in New York City because they were going to do like a, you know, an event. But the night before, they put up signs, move your car. It could get towed. There was a huge windstorm. It took down all the signs. So they had to actually remove cars, but they couldn't give you a ticket. So this is a true story. And it's never happened to me before in my life. So I come with all my equipment. I find where my car's at. I'm pretty sure it's been a long night. It's 4 a.m. I was up all night, 5 a.m. now. It's light outside. I was up all night hanging out with Stephon. Dude would never sleep too. He was up all night. And I go, my car's not there. And so I see like a police officer, and I'm like, yo, where is my car? And she's like, oh, we relocated him because the signs went down and we gave you guys a pass. And I'm like, relocated my car? Like, it wasn't even in park or drive. Like, what are you talking? Like, how did you even pick up my car without it? I didn't even want to know. I was like, oh my God. So she tells me where it's at. This is a true story. And I know it doesn't even sound believable. I was trying to get his number, and then he's like, all right, have a good night. And I wussed out. I didn't ask him for the number. I had that feeling, and I didn't go for it. I backed off. And he said, all right, I'll see you. And he walked away. And I was like, man, I had an opportunity. I was alone with him. I should have just said, hey, man, can I get your number? You know, I was afraid of rejection, right? That's what it really was. He's a big celebrity. I'm a nobody. I'm afraid he's going to say no. And so I didn't know, but I really wanted the number. I'm like, but we're getting connected. So I go to get my car. And when I go to get my car, I see a Rolls Royce, just like the one I was in all the last few weeks behind my car. It's the weirdest thing ever, right? 44th and like 7th Ave. I get up there, it's Stephon Marbury. He had went to bed. A guy had called him, said he wanted to make baby clothes. He said, you know, I'm super busy. I'm running out of town in the next few days, but I could meet you on this corner. Got in his car, drove it to where the subway was. The guy got out of the subway and got in his car. So I go by, he's in a car at 5:30 in the morning with a dude showing him baby clothes. And it looks really strange, right? I go in my car, and then I look in the window, and he looks at me, and I'm like, dude, like, and I tell him, they just relocated my car here. And he goes, oh, my man, get in the car, man. And the other dude got in the car. I sat, and we sat together. He gave me his phone number. We became friends. Insane story. If my car never got relocated, I never would have got the phone number. I started learning in life that you never know what's going to happen to you. I'm getting goosebumps right now. I started learning in life that you just got to go with the flow. And you know what? Like, that story is so beautiful to me because it's so true, and it happened. It really happened, and it's unbelievable. It makes me think we live in a simulation because what were the odds? What were the odds? What were the odds? You know what I'm saying? Like, what were the odds? Like insanity. Insanity. You know? Strawberry, man. Stephon Marbury. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just funny to think about. And he's you know, if I ever see him again, I went my way, he went his. We kind of eventually went our own ways. But, yeah, man. Stephon, man. And look, there's his number right there. I'm not going to show it. I can't show it. But I have Stephon Marbury's number in my phone to this day. To this day, you know. And I don't know if it's still his number. I haven't been called in a long time. But true story, man. True story, 100%. And I got a lot more like that coming your way. So stay tuned for more. Let's get back into the track. And the thing about this is if a trade doesn't go your way, if things aren't going your way, it's God's just trying to help you figure something out. Let it go. You must stay disciplined. You must stay determined. You must meet the universe halfway. You see what I'm saying? But bang, 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 baby. You know. So we're battling here, 22,500. It is usually reversal Wednesday. Thursday is usually where they reverse the price back to the upside. So midweek reversal. Sam, you're 6'8". Stephon could throw you a lob. That's knock life. I have similar ones with being on the radio and other things in Japan. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Anku Kutsi Butsu, my man. And Anku, we're going to have you on the show, dude. I want you on the show. We're going to have you on the show maybe tomorrow or the next day. I want you on the show. I got to get you on the show. I want people to know your name. I want people to know who you are. I want people to see my man. Also, the lower time frame. All right, please set the setting in the image. Liquidation levels. So we're going to do something quick. We're going to show you a liquidation levels indicator that no one really shown on the live streams ever. I've never seen it. 683 people, 383 likes. How come we can't get 300 people to hit that like button? Is it a disease? Is it going to make you sick? No. Hit that like button. You're going to be okay. Everything's going to make sense. You're going to make it. Dude, we talked about numeraire. We went over this numerous times. You know, we had it here. It slipped. Eventually would sit at the 786 fib. And then bang, 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 58%. And people were talking about, oh, numeraire never goes anywhere. But you know what? Even if you held on and you were down. See, sometimes I get in here. I end up underwater. Look, I end up underwater. Look at this, 18%. But as long as I hold, look, bang. And then I'm up 30%. And I turn it into a win. I've turned many of a lost trade into a witty trade by being patient, having my parameters, and planning it out. Doesn't mean it's always going to go perfect. You know, there's also many trades where I get in and they pump. But you must understand how to figure it out. Let's talk about SYLO banging on them to the upside. Why did I like SYLO? What made me think SYLO was going to go up? It is a tight bull pennant. Look at that. A tight bull pennant. Look at my measured move. Was 57. Look where it went. 55. Look how close. And it might actually go up again. It might actually eventually hit it. But look how close we are to the measured move. How do we figure this stuff out? How do we do it? We took the length of the pole from the wick to the wick here. And I took it from when we started this movement because there was a little consolidation there. And that got me to hello. 55% gain. Shout out to anyone that took this. One of the cleanest trades I've ever posted in a long time. SYLO for massive gains. And you'd be like, hogwash. You didn't post this. You didn't make all these gains. Impossible. You're just a guy that likes to run his mouth. And I'd be like, okay. Then what you could do is you can head on over to my Discord. Well, you can join it. And you can search SYLO. And you can just type it in and you'll be like, well, when did he post this? And yesterday, SYLO just exploded for gains. This is last night it exploded. And you can see me here, SYLO, KuCoin, low cap gem, 1 hour oversold in a bull pennant. I can only make it so clear, you know? And again, I can't tell you what to buy or sell. Yeah, I'm 6'8", man. Straight up. You know? I'm benching 450, easy. No. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here on the live. 712 people, 445 likes. That's all. Now the likes got banged on them. I think people like the story, so that story got them going. Dude, I got other stories like that. I'm chilling on them DYP gains after that Sammy Cup and Hattie that finished on this morning, up 10%-ish. Right meow. You're funny. Right meow. Yeah, DYP, baby. So we suggested we would break to the upside. We are breaking up. Look, 22,500. There's momentum on the 7. There's momentum on the 5. Actually, I like this. 50 minutes about to flip to a higher low. bullish divergence playing out to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw us break all the way back to this high volume node here. Once you get through this easy one, you're definitely coming to 23,371. Very simple. All right. I got into SYLO for 30% gains. Thanks to you. Shout out to Kyle Stanfield. His nickname is Tripod. Shout out to Billy McDonald. I remember that. I don't know where I remember that from, but like, he's a tripod over here. But no comment on that. No comment. DYP for massive gains. We talked about DYP back here. But look, there was a cup and handle for DYP here. And I'm not taking credit for this. My whole point is, once you learn my special sauce, you can apply it any single time you want. Look at the massive move. Look, cup and handles are explosive. I found out the fastest way to make gains. It's with the cup and handle. That's why I trade it. That's why I use it. It's not because I want to. It's not because I liked it. It's not because I thought it sounded cool. It's because it made the most money the fastest. And I figured out how to make the fastest money the best way with these trading styles. You tell me what you want. You do whatever you want, but this gets the gains, baby. Look, we talked about MBL. We gave you MBL right here. MBL hit 60% gains to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Put out MBL on the 18th of July. Massive move. That's one of the biggest gains, Amazing. NMR is the top gainer, and we were all over it in the channel. And Adam 3L. So we got the two top gainers in. No, that's not true. Hold up. We got the first two top gainers. We didn't get you LMR. I'm sorry about that. Every day I try to remain and have my calls be in the top 10 of, and actually there's Matic 3L. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I actually gave you Prometheus. So I got 1, I got Adam, and I got NMR. I got 3 of the top 10 coins. I mean, come on, man. I gave you Prometheus. Prometheus banged on him to the upside. Look, doesn't this look just like SYLO? It was in a tight wedge, getting tight. It banged on him. My trading style is simple. Just follow the patterns over and over again and use the support and resistance with the stochastics RSI and the nodes. Man, look at that. Beautiful move to the upside. Look at that. And I start seeing these things when they're here. You start projecting into the future before it even occurs. You start projecting because you do it every single day. I do this every single day, 500 and some odd days without a day off. There's never a day where I don't draw these charts. There's never a day where I'm not doing this. Every single day. It's called the Slight Edge. Go get the book, The Slight Edge, and then find your edge and do it every single day. Every day I do more than the average person in trading. And then we add more to the slight edge and more to the slight edge and more to the slight edge. Look, this trade did not play out. Not every trade plays out. We're at the high volume node. We needed to get above the high volume node. When you don't get above the high volume node, you cancel the trade. You see? And once you don't get above it, look, you're likely to go to where the next low volume node, the area value low. So look, once you broke this, you couldn't get above, and that's also support and resistance. You had previous resistance here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. You must break above resistance. If you do not, you're headed to the downside. So even though we put that in a tight wedge, and it did show that it could have held this trend line. Once you realize you didn't break above the POC, you come down here, cancel the trade. You don't have to run all the way back down here to the low. So this trade did not play out. Not every trade's going to play out. If every single trade I posted played out, I'd be a complete liar. You don't want to hang out with liars. You don't want to be a part of a trading group with a liar. So it's good to show trades that lose. It's good to be okay. It's good to show that every once in a while it's not perfect. Okay? This is the key. This is the true key. All right? Most YouTubers don't have whatever. Who knows what? I love everybody. Who knows what they're doing? I'm not doing it, so I don't care what everyone else is doing. I just know what I'm doing, That's all I can control. I played this juke play. I got in here thinking we were going to break up. Came up. I went super far down. I got underwater. 10 hours later, I was up. I was down $100. Next thing you know, I was up $200. I didn't get emotional. I didn't freak out. I let the trade play out. Adam Dex, Osmosis recently integrated with Polkadot and Ethereum base tokens through Moonbeam and XR. Just some info. I mean, that's awesome. It's a big deal. Moonbeam could be pretty big. That could actually pump Moonbeam, and that was probably the reason Adam got a bit of a pump there to the upside. So we got some news creeping through. All right. We talked about VEGA. VEGA's looking tight, breaking out. It's also retesting right now the top trend line. That's a nice call. See, it broke out. VEGA could be retesting. Another thing you could do is you could put it. Right. We got this upward, awkward trend line here coming too. But I like the idea that VEGA had this, look, resistance, broke back up, broke back down, resistance. So you can see this is a trend that we've been fighting. We're now about to bounce off it for support and resistance flip. That's what's called an emerging cup and handle, or giraffe. We call it a cup and giraffe, a cup and handle giraffe, right? Because it's got the giraffe neck. So a giraffe handle, a giraffe cup and handle, right? But VEGA looking to be bouncing off the top trend line and looking to break to the upside. You see how we see this occurring? There's 12% gains out of VEGA right there. I mean, that's a beautiful call. MACD about to turn on you. RSI is in a good spot. You have support and resistance flip. And that's also looking to me when I execute this. And you're right above a high volume node. Now you break this, trade won't go well. And you're going to end up down here. You break through, you're going to go right up here to the next, through that. Because it's like the ball rolling up the hill. This is highly likely. This is about a 70% chance, in my humble opinion, to play out based on the oscillators. Let me look at the 1 hour time frame. That has to be good to go. It's not. Could get flipped by the 15. Gives a little stress to the trade. Is the 4 hour? 4 hours also getting a little high and didn't really make a previous high. There's some bearishness there. It's fighting that volume node. So, it would have to get some volume to play out. No guarantees here. It's a little sketchy. I give it like a 6. It's definitely not an 8, a 7, 8, or 9. I give it about a 6. But I do like the support and resistance flip going on here. VEGA in a cup and handle. And SR flip. When I write SR flip, if I write something you don't understand, you're a beginner and I write SR flip, you have no idea what I'm saying, right? Just, ask someone in the learning library, hey, Lifer just said SR flip. What does that mean? And they'll be like, oh, that's a support and resistance flip. We talked about ENS breaking up because ENS looked like it was highly likely to boom based off Ethereum booming. Now, it would come up here, try to get us stopped out, but is a chance people hung on there. This thing would go up 13% gains for ENS. Not huge, but it's not a loss. Quick swap getting tight again in this channel. Look, quick swap looks like all the coins I just put out. This looks like and Matic's been pumping. So quick, see, I try to show this yesterday. There's an extraction video, but Ethereum pumps, which pumps Matic. Quick swap is the main swap for Matic. And so when you have that happen, boom, 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 you're ready to go. All right. I think the indicator from Danny you're looking for is the liquidation levels by Lapications. Look at you. You're so awesome. And Dingo even comes through. I have a great group of people, man, always willing to help me, always willing to support me. When you show up every day, people want to show up every day for you. You know what I'm saying? When you show up every day, people want to show up every day for you. Okay? So that's what happens. You dedicate yourself, you'll find people dedicated to you. And it's the most beautiful thing that you've ever had in your life. So once you completely dedicate yourself all the way, 110%, it has to be everything. You have to put everything into it and fully believe, then your life will change. But only then when you fully commit. You must fully commit to the dream. You must fully commit to the goal. You must fully say, I'm going to go and do whatever it takes to get to the top. Once you commit, you feel it. Your whole life starts to focus in. People that were wasting your time start to fall off. You start to move at the speed of light. You feel it. You live it. You breathe it. It becomes you. It is everything. It is all encompassing and you're on your way. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I deeply, deeply appreciate your love, your passion for learning, and your want for more. I have it too, and that's why we hang out together. We all want more. We're not the regular people. We are not them. We are not going to live a regular life. We're going to do what others don't to have a life that others won't. We're going to do what others won't to have a life that others don't. You see, you can say it either way you want, but it's bang, 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 happy time, Bull Pennant here on Matic. Okay? You are battling a high volume node here. So when you get here, you have to see, you may have some resistance right around here. Okay? Quick. Sorry, I called it Matic. Quick. But quick is Matic. Matic is quick. Look, you're low on the 4 hour, consolidating. Look at that. Higher low, high, low, high, higher low. You must put in a higher high now to keep the trend alive. 1 hour is flipping on you. It would consolidate into this tight zone. You know, that looks really nice to me, honestly. And anything could happen. Bitcoin could dump, and this would just go, and you could end up down here. Anything could happen. You must tell yourself that anything is possible and that no trade is guaranteed. All you can trade is the probabilities. There's a higher probability this will play to the upside. All right. 15-minute oversold, 4 hour oversold. We want to see the 1 hour time frame go sideways, right? As it resets, as the stochastics reset. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Want to see the 1 hour go sideways as the stochastics RSI resets. That's what I'm looking for, all right? And another thing, everyone's trading style is different. No one will be able to tell you about yours or about mine or about what we all do here together. It's the idea of, do you have results? Do you create results? Do people make gains? Do people find a way to win? And I see it all the time in this group every single day. If you're new and you're just watching, you can join my welcome center, and there's testimonials in here. Look at this guy, simple math. I paid $99 and joined on the 7th of 2022. I invested $2,600 in bond at $7 per unit. I sold at $42.50 of bond at $12.9 per unit. I win $16.50. The subscription costs $99. After 2 days, I earned $1,549, only because I joined the group. And it's without all the educational value on top of it. You need to be crazy not to join this group. Thank you, cryptolifer. And he shows you the exact buys and sells. He actually was in ENS too, so he if he stayed in that, he made another 13% gain on that, because that went up. So this guy broke it down. This dude wrote a whole entire life story, and I'm super excited about it. And he says, don't make excuses. I have the busiest life in the world, and I still find time. And the lifer has you at hello, and you got to just get it in. You should read that. I'm not going to read it. I read it yesterday. I've been watching the lifer. I've joined the trading group on June 3rd. Started a portfolio with 200. Currently, it's worth $926. No leverage, just 3 and 3S. It's only been 5 weeks since joining, and I've already learned so much. I'm doing my own charts and making my own measured moves. I work full-time and trade in my free time. I study every single day, 7 days a week. I'll be firing my boss as soon as possible. Thank you, cryptolifer. Much love. I mean, that's a 5x on his portfolio in 3 months. Dude, come on. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Time. I'm looking at time because it's at the 7:06. It's in the golden pocket right now. 1 hour is a little high, so it's not the time to get in, but the 4 hour is suggesting it's about to blast to the upside. I am building a position 500 at a time. I might end up putting $5,000 in this and making $5,000 on the trade. That's my plan, is to put in between I got 500 in now, and I want to start scaling in. As the 1 hour comes on low again, I'm going to scale in yet again, continue to scale into the trade. The last 5 trades that we posted, 6-7 trades like this, have blasted to the upside. Numerator, that one called Looks. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but the fib just kept bouncing. Let me turn my moving averages on. We want to see the 200 touch price action though. So this might have a little more time to go. It might get a little lower too. I've been seeing the catalyst of the 200 touching the price action with the fib. We're getting it here now on the 1 hour. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a bounce off the 200 on the 1 hour time frame. Interesting enough. Also, there's hidden bullish divergence, swing up like that on the 4 hour even. Yeah. And if you take this swings to the downside, and that's hidden bullish right there. Tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. We may slip a little bit. It can still be hidden bullish if we go even this low. You get it? Or even that low, because that's still an uptrend to a downtrend. All right. There's no guarantees in trading. Always use a stop loss. We're below the high volume node. We might get sucked all the way back down to here to the 200. It could happen. That's why I'm slowly building the position. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 699 people in the trading group. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. In my wildest dreams. And that's why you must dream big. You must dream big. You must go all the way, baby. There's no sense in waiting. Funny, NMR went and then LMR went. You think people just bought the wrong coin? They saw the MR and that just happened to pump. Yeah, it's just funny. I've seen crazy stuff like that. Is it a coincidence that NMR and LMR? But look, I wish I had seen this on the 15-minute. If maybe a lifer did. 200-day moving average, low stochastics, falling wedge on the RSI. MACD had a lack of bearish momentum. There was just the bears had no hills. See, when you start seeing tiny little red hills, it's a huge catalyst of a move to the upside. Falling volume with falling price. The sellers were gone. This is almost an obvious play here. I wish I had caught my eye on it. I just, you can't catch them all. You can't beat yourself up about every single trade. You cannot win every single trade in the game. But this wasn't that hard for me to find. My trading style would have definitely picked that out of, right out. And honestly, is it a giant cup and handle? I believe it is. It is. Look at that. Insanity. There's your cup. There's a little handle to the upside. Bang. Look how it exploded. It really was a handle. And this is crazy, but look at that. Sammy cup and handle to the upside. You know what, John? The last time I saw this, it was 1968. I had just got out of my Buick. I came out, I bought 2 hot dogs. Why? Because I know you like one. And so I got one for you. But as I'm walking to the door, this guy walked by on a skateboard, grabs 1 hot dog right out of my hand. I chased him 3 blocks. I didn't care. I was getting to get that hot dog back. As he's running, I see him. He's taking a bite out of one. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You will cough that up. So I'm running. And what I do is, at the last second, all right, I'm going by an FAO Schwartz. A little kid comes out with a Goldilocks, little doll. I grab that doll. I throw it right at that skateboard. This is not a true story. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm making this up. And it hits the skateboard wheels. The guy falls right down. The hot dog goes up in the air. I run, do a pirouette, and catch it in my hand. I don't mind that he took a bite. I eat it from the other side, throw away that last little piece. And I brought the hot dog to my friend. And we had a great show, but, look at this tone banging on him to the upside. Look at that. I tend to find them, and they tend to go up. 34% gains. I don't know if I ever posted this. I tend to sit there and draw a lot. Let me just see. Did I ever do tone? T-Food, if I can remember correctly. T-Food. No, I don't think I posted T-Food. The Woken Jaguar. Very funny, man. That came up when I searched tone, right? Interesting. Let's jump into the chat. Shout out to each and every one of you. And let's take a look at the world markets. Also got some news to bring to you. Let's jump into the news real quick. Now, we got some crazy news. South Korea postpones 20% tax on crypto gains till 2025. That's awesome. That now those people won't even have to pay taxes on their crypto for another couple of years. Hopefully that kind of spreads throughout the world and lightens the load. Anything is good, no matter where it is. That made me super happy to read. Bitcoin price battles 200-week moving average after the 930 million Tesla Bitcoin sales. So everyone's freaking out. Tesla buys Bitcoin at 30K. They unload Bitcoin at 28,000. They feel that, they didn't, hey, they would have gone all the way down to 17. So hopefully they bought more on the lows. They could have bought as much Bitcoin as they had and actually had leftover cash flow too. So you never know. But there's also a taxable event there. But Bitcoin battles 200-week Tesla sells Bitcoin. I wouldn't stress it. So don't stress it. Everyone says, Tesla's going to sell. Don't stress it. Crypto.com rolls out Google Pay integration as big tech continues to embrace crypto. Google Pay knows they need to get down with cryptocurrency. It's a big deal. Web3 platforms launched the Open Metaverse Alliance. I'd like to see us get connected, get going. The OMA3, the Open Metaverse Alliance. We got to get structured in order to handle the next 10 years. Watch out, TikTok. 105 million micro video fans are jumping into crypto. So there's a platform here that was just like crypto, and it's coming out now. It's called Kobe. Plans to focus on watch to earn, unlocking new opportunities for creators. So you watch things, you earn. So Kobe launched in the spring of 2012. And the premise is simple. Each video is up to 10 seconds long and plays on a loop with a full-length audio track, allowing to form a unique audio-visual mashups. The clips are known as COBs. Wow. 10th anniversary, I've never heard of it, but that could bring 105 million people into crypto. I'm all about it. Coinbase stock has the potential to double in 2022 after plunging 90%. A lot of FUD going on with them too. And pack your Bitcoin. A Bitcoin holiday in Costa Rica goes fiat free. You can go to Costa Rica and never spend any money. Just had a 100% Bitcoin vacation in Dominical and Oaxaca, Costa Rica, thanks to the work of Bitcoin Jungle CR, creating a circular economy and supporting many merchants and businesses. Zero fiat was used, no banks involved, no trusted third parties. Dude went to Costa Rica, did exactly what he needed to do. This is awesome. I love Costa Rica. I've spent some time, pura vida to my Costa Ricans. Amazing time he had. What a nice, ooh, that's nice. Look at that, just chilling. Just chilling. Follow me at cryptolifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. On our way to 7,000 followers and more. We're also live right now on Twitter. Shout out to everyone watching me on Twitter. If you are, we love you. We appreciate you. Shout out to the Twitchians. If you're watching me on Twitch, we love you too. If you're watching me on Facebook, we love you. And if we love you, of course, my YouTube crew, man, holding it down. Look at you, buy here, you sell there. Not the best idea, right? Perhaps not the best example to follow. Funny. Pretty funny. But look, Elon buys 30,000 and sells 28,000. Everyone is like, haha, paper hands, you suck. Meanwhile, the people making fun of him bought at 65,000. I don't make fun of anybody. Pointless, right? I do point out when I don't like someone doing something shady, but it is what it is, right? Joe Biden tests positive for, oh my gosh, that's great. Funny. Is that how they end up? You know, I'm not even going to go there. But is, whatever, we can't even. This is interesting to me. Bitcoin Cash 3L has been on a bit of a tear recently. To me, it did this. It fell out of the pattern, fell back in. Looking for it to come, possibly bounce here up the bottom and then make some gains. So I like to be preemptive about my trade. I like to map out where it could come. If it goes there, and if it goes here and then I watch it and then it falls out, I don't make the trade. But if I see a bounce or an inverted on a 5 or 7 minute, then I'm like, wow, that's showing me signs of life. Bitcoin Cash, and it likes to follow Bitcoin. And I showed you the 4-hour for Bitcoin looks pretty scrumptious as long as we stay above an area. So if you see Bitcoin pump, this used to follow Bitcoin way more though. This is also the 3x leverage token for Bitcoin Cash. But I'm just, I'm just going over this idea. It could come back to the bottom of the channel. It might break out and retest. Either one is viable for me, and that's why I trade based on the stochastics and nothing else. You can also do this here. You can say it's kind of in the symmetrical triangle. It just makes more sense when I omit this bounced area, Bitcoin Cash looking like a 48% gain, but I'm watching the 1 hour time frame to come on down. All right. So if you're new to the show and you don't know what we do here on the show, we want to show you that we want to show you the show, right? But we have this awesome list, and it shows us basically everything in the markets. So the Dow taking a tank, right? But what I like about it is the 1 hour is resetting for a retest. And look, I even said this. Do we come for the retest? I'm suggesting we do retest this level, finding a strong support area. That's a really good sign. I'm looking for a retest for the Dow. It could start around 2-3 o'clock. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dow ended down 40 points or even up 50 to 60 points. I don't see huge gains, but I do see a bounce for the Dow somewhat later on today. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, it's telling us we're about to move. So just like the Dow, the S&P, and Bitcoin, about to get a move out of a wedge here. That's a move, and that's a little mini flag here for the Dow Jones. So I'm seeing the Dow making a move to the upside. I like what I see for the Dow Jones. Let's take a look back at ES1. What happened to it? We saw it in that flag. Does it push out of the flag? What is it doing? So it fell out of the flag and then fell back in again and bouncing off the 200-day moving average on the 15-minute time frame. Interesting. We could try to say, okay, then you're in this. I'd say whatever. You fell out, you fell back in, you're still in the pattern. They're playing games today. They really are. I mean, they made a diamond pattern out of that, for sure. What I don't like, the diamond could have been a tiny diamond, though. Broken from the top. Maybe it breaks out to the top. Who knows, Ugly diamond, but it's just craziness. So watching this closely with the bounce. We're back in the channel. The 50 minutes about to push. The 1 hour is about to push. I tell you what, in my lifetime, when I make a trade based on this theory. If the S&P pumps right now, it's going to pump all the altcoins. It's going to pump Bitcoin. The whole market's going to go up nice. I see a pump for the S&P into the afternoon. I see a reversal Thursday. And if that pumps, it's going to pump Bitcoin. So this tells me that it's likely if the S&P gets up here to 4,023, Bitcoin's on its way back to 25,000. Definitely breaching back over 23K. So this is how I do this, right? And there's no guarantees, but I have a trading style. I say, is the price action in a bullish pennant, in a bullish pattern? And it is. Is the RSI in a bullish pennant? Can you put it? Yeah, it's in a tight wedge. That's interesting. I've seen huge moves out of that. Is the stochastics below the dotted line? It's getting very close, and it's spent some time down here. Is the MACD lack of bearish momentum in the MACD? For sure. So I have a lot of things. These are kind of far apart, but I could still see one more big move. Do you see some bearish divergence? You do on the 1 hour time frame. Swing up to swing up. This does not swing up. This swings down. However, to me, it's like slightly played out already, and they tried to get it down. That wick is buy pressure to the upside, and the fact that we broke back inside the pattern is crucial to me. S&P back in the pattern. If it breaks back in the pattern, it can make it to the measured move at 4,026. Usually before they go up, they try to get everybody out. So here they stopped everyone they could out, hit the 200-day, but smart traders trade off the 200-day moving average. And when that came to the 200, that would have been a catalyst for an entry. Again, it is what it is. But you'll learn that if you learn with me. You'll learn all about the 21, the 50, the 80, the 100, and the 200. You'll learn about tight, far apart. They're getting tight again, aren't they, right here? See that? They're starting to get tight. The moving averages are getting close on the 15, getting ready for an explosive move. Look at every time the moving averages got tight. Right here, they got tight, big move. Right here, they got tight, and they got tight right on a high volume node. Bam. They're getting tight right here at a high volume node. Look at that. Just showing you some thoughts that you may want to look at. Why we look at the S&P so thoroughly? Because it's going to front run Bitcoin. We want to see this. The market cap back above $1 trillion. Look, we talked about it. Look, where do we get the measured move? We hit the measured move almost exactly. We grabbed this pole. We took this wick to this wick. And we suggested that if we broke out of this, we would head all the way up to $1.05 trillion. We did that, folks. We went a little bit above that. We called this before it even happened. We called this cup and handle down here. There's your cup, there's your handle, and the blast. Look, we even called this move. We were back here. This is what people, I think this is why my channel really blew up. I think why my trading group blew up, because I called this right here. This was my big call. And I went on live and I said, like on my live stream, I said, look for the huge reversal out of the cup and handle. And this is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. So you go back in time to this area here. Oh, it's not letting me do it on the ES1 or on total. But I made the call right here. Like when we didn't know what was going to happen. See? But I said, man, that's a cup and handle. Cup and handles break out explosively. If you've watched me in the last 3 to 4 weeks to a month and you just joined the channel, you've watched me use the cup and handle to call some major reversals, some big boy moves. Also, you don't have to look at it as a cup and handle. There's always two sides to the story. It could be a double bottom too. And the double bottom did play out to the upside just as suggested. That's the measured move of the double bottom. How do you get a measured move of the double bottom? You take the middle of the bottom to the bottom of the W's. You swing that to the middle neckline. And look, that's pretty much where you went. Shout out to 670 people on the live, 527 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we're looking at the crypto total market cap today, and we called this too out of this flag. We gave you this measured move, right? So now what? I mean, it's the same scenario. It's the same scenario. Look, I'll delete everything, even though it's hard for me because it's like, but look, we got major resistance coming for sure with this high volume node. That's for sure. We're likely headed there. I'll show you right now. High, low, you must put in a higher high. If Bitcoin doesn't end up higher than here, it just hits this diagonal support zone and you can just say it's not breaking it. See this? To me, this is your channel that you're in right here. And if you don't get above and you don't make a higher high, then you're still in a downtrend. So Bitcoin could have a huge pump all the way here. But if it gets rejected by this, it's making a lower low. Or it gets rejected by this. That actually is a higher high. But then it must stay above it. They could wick it up, play games, and then bring you back down too. But we want to see a higher high created here. So Bitcoin must make a higher high, in my opinion, higher than, or the total market cap must break above $1.35 trillion. The market cap doesn't go above 1.35. We're basically still in a downtrend. We get rejected by this zone and we head lower. Or maybe, the beautiful thing was, do we double bottom then? And then do we break on out? And so you have to always, and look, there's a high volume node right there that would play out. So you always have to be ready for the bearish scenario and the bullish scenario at any given moment in time, all the time. And you're like, but that's unfair. You just said, it's not, because it's based, and then you basically, what you do is you get your confirmations of support and resistance. You get really good at being, we made it above this, I'm nailing it. Shout out to the $39 in chat revenue. Shout out to the 544 likes on the live, 669 people on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Can we blast? Yesterday we blasted through 700 people. Why can't we go through 700 today? I know we can. There's just 120 people playing me with that like button. Come on. This ain't your regular channel. This is like a live stream. I show you my kids, my wife, my life, my dreams. I share everything with each and every one of you. I do not hold back. It's a reality TV show, life stories, every single thing all in once. And this is the S&P 500 ES1 mini futures. Same thing going on here. But look, it's at the top of a channel. We need this to get above that channel. And the small time frame is that 1 hour breaking out of that flag. So we want this. That's that little flag you can't see. It's got to get out here. It's got to get above this channel. Super important. The S&P breaks back above the channel. All right. For Bitcoin to remain bullish. Total 3 is the entire market cap of all of the little altcoins. Funny, you can see it's not doing as good as big as total. That tells you that Bitcoin is doing better than the altcoins a little bit, you know, and the blue chips. So here, we suggested that we could break out of this flag to the upside. We look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour did break out. Just so we had this flag. Remember, we were drawing this flag. So we got the pump. We got the breakdown now. But we're retesting. We're retesting. Same scenario kind of as Bitcoin retesting this zone. Previous high, SR flip. We get the bounce. We're on our way. We're on our way for the altcoins to really start doing some damage. So we want to make sure that the altcoins don't go below and bounce off the 200-day moving average here. So we don't want to see them lower than $380 billion, the entire market cap. And this is all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? Excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. DXY, last thing we need to look at before we head on into the alts. And remember, we talked about the DXY being in this upward channel. It's getting caught right now by the 1 hour time frame, but it still has a little more downside. This is an M, and we want to see this M dump. It came back up, though, right up the side. So shady, right? Doing whatever they can. Oh, it's an inverted head and shoulder, but the 50-minute is extremely high. And look at this, dude. This is a beautiful sign. Unlike Bitcoin, which is low on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, this is making a bear flag, and it's oversold in the 4 hour. So I see the dollar index dumping on the 4 hour. The daily doesn't look as good, and there's some hidden bullish divergence on this too, which is kind of whack. But, bang, at least down to that 200-day moving average, right? So I see the dollar dumping again on the 4 hour time frame and giving some moves for Bitcoin. It's a good sign. Last thing you want to look at is Bitcoin dominance. When it falls like that, altcoins are fun to play, baby. And look, Bitcoin dominance about to fall even lower. That's good for the altcoins. And what I see here is this channel. We're likely headed back to the bottom of the channel here for Bitcoin dominance. The alts are going to rally. When every time Bitcoin dominance dumps, altcoins rally. So now, then you look at total US tether dominance to kind of couple this in. You want to see a dump on the 4 hour. You do, right? So if tether dominance dumps on the 4 hour and Bitcoin dominance dumps, where's the money going? Into the altcoin. See? And this is how you know when altcoin seasoning is happening. You juxtapose both these coins. I've given so much special sauce on this live. Quant trade did not play out. I was up. It went up a little bit. I put my stop loss to $70. I got out. And I actually doubled back in around here. That trade's down $70, so I'm break even. However, I'm going to look at Quant in a little while. I still see some bullishness coming out of Quant. But look, we got the US tether dominance here. We're going to look at the BTC dominance on the other side. Wasn't a fan of that track at all. Just kind of was letting it do its thing. So we look at this in the 4 hour. If this is going to dump, and if tether dominance is going to dump, see, if this was going to dump, but tether dominance was going to pump, which we've seen before, that is not good. That tells you that people are going to run out of Bitcoin, and they're going to run into tether. So what does that mean? That Bitcoin's going to dump hard. The market's going to dump. But if people are about to run out of Bitcoin and run out of tether, where are they going? Where are they going? Anybody? Anybody on the live? If they're going to run out of tether and they're going to run out of Bitcoin, where are they going? Yo, your credit call from a few days ago just banged for 70%. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to DJ Porter Rock. We love you, man. The alts, says Astroverse. The alts, the bank. You guys are funny. The alts. The Vegas, you're funny. Shout out to Andy Smith. He's not too far off, right? Not if you're a lifer, though. In a lifer, you got to have it right and done right. Shout out to the 695 people on the live. Thank you so much. As you get those likes up, you're going to hit that algorithm. Come on now. Get the like. When the algorithm sees that the likes to watchers are matched up, it's going to send more people into the feed. Okay? Super chats, Dreams, and ANKR. And thank you for the super chats. If you, what did people say? Let me see what the super chat said. Virginia Radio for $10. Virginia Rayo. Thank you so much, Virginia. We love you for the $10 super chat. Much love and respect to you and yours. Thank you so much for sending love into my life and giving me financial tips, man. That's so nice of you. Your hard-earned money. Billy McDonough, speaking on Dreams, can you take a look at this? It's going to zero. Maybe a dead cat bounce coming up. Yeah, but people don't understand. If Elon sold $1 billion at 28, who cares? A 2K loss entry if he was the guy who bought 1760 WIC and really made $500 million off the top. You never know. Costa Rica, El Salvador, Central America, going crypto. He sells Bitcoin, but not Doge. And also, Doge also got an update today. Doge is in the news. I wouldn't be surprised if it got a little bit of a pump to the upside. Just trying to see what the super chat said. I know I missed a few. Can we check FITFI, please? Yes, we will. So everyone, make sure we're not skipping super chats. If you're on it for me, see right here, Dustin, don't let me miss super chats, man. Because we got new people on the stream. I want everyone to be super happy. Maybe you didn't see it beforehand. So I'm going to start with FITFI, and then we're going to see what else comes on in. But this is looking good. We've gone over the whole markets now. We've gone over where the S&P could go. We've gone over where the Dow Jones. We've gone over the dollar. We also looked at U.S. Tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance. We also looked at Bitcoin. We have a good idea of why we want to trade and what. We have a good idea of what's happening. Now we look at the opportunities in the altcoin markets. Now we do deep dives. CREDI just banged on them to the upside. I had to call here at the 706. It would slip down to the 886 retracement. So, and it would broke this. Look, once you break a high volume node, understand that you're likely to drop to the next area of liquidity or close to it. See that? I may have put it on your radar. I'm not going to take credit for that call because, I'm just not. It wasn't as clean as I wanted it to. Okay. Elon kept his Dogecoin. Jeez. What if Elon sold Bitcoin to pump Doge? Kishnu Inu. No, not tonight. Don't do that. We're not ready for that yet. We're not ready for the Inu coins. Yeah, we're just not there yet. Let's take a look at FITFI. Yeah, because I see $49 in chat revenue. Just trying to see what happened. FITFI, USDT here. Let's take a look at FITFI on KuCoin. This step out. Banging on them to the upside. Look at that. Made a huge move. A little late to the potty, though. And now you got some bearish divvy. What is bearish divergence? Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. Here on the RSI. Tells you it's likely you're going to get a bit of a pullback. You're also in a rising wedge. I would take some profitos there. You're very overbought on the 1 hour. But the 4 hour says you're about to blast. That's interesting. So, wow. When I see the 4 hour in a rising wedge like this, look, it broke out parabolically. Look at this. So now what you're looking for is the 1 hour to do a retest or a flag. The 1 hour, what it will do is it'll flag out here, likely. Might go up a little more. Anything is possible. Or it should retest this top trend line. Bang. And this would come on down. That would be the sweet spot. 4 hours still has room. I'm not going to go after that. I think it already kind of did its thing. The entry was basically down here on the 18th at 7 cents. It already went up to 12 cents. Nice move for FITFI. And this is like the step-in, right? Like this one I talked about that didn't play out. I actually went over this already without realizing it. Shout out to Dreams. Let's take a look at Dreams. Remember when that first came out? We traded it on and off on KuCoin. So yeah, Dreams down to the dumps. Took a beat down all the way. Just kept falling. Remember when we first looked at it here? We did get that pump. Look, we nailed that call to the upside. How much did we make on that? And that's why you have to sell. This would be a beautiful trade of 34%, or you'd be down in the dumps. I'd rather pay my taxes on 34% than hold for years and years in the dumps, man. That diamond hand stuff, I don't know. You can hodl coins that you really, truly believe in. But in my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll never tell you what to do. I'll tell you what I do. And you can't hodl. I learned the hodl game. It hurt. I don't want to hodl no more. I don't want to hodl no more. Yeah, I mean, this is high on the daily and didn't make a previous high. A lot of these projects could go to zero. They could disappear. You know, you're seeing some strong bullish divvy though. Some some pump group would have to get their hands on this and get this thing out of its dumps. I don't know, man. I don't catch a falling knife. To me, that is just, could get worse. Now, in the next 10 minutes, in the next 2 days, this thing could fly up 150%. It just doesn't fit my trading style, so I don't play it. You know, there's gotta be certain things that I'm looking for. It doesn't have what I'm looking for, so I don't touch it. You see? I know where to go, and that's not where I'm going, you know? You're right, it could go to zero. Who knows? Doesn't look good to me. Sketch City over there. Let's take a look at ANKR. ANKR's a more well-known coin. A little more of a move behind it. But it's still not like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let's take a look at ANKR on the daily. So ANKR's made it all the way to the downside as well. That's insane. Can you check GALA, please? Shout out to the $29 super chat. That's amazing from Chelsea. Or Chel SCT00. Wow. $29 in chat revenue. It's unbelievable. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. It's very, very nice of you. Very generous. Very generous. Wow. Thank you, dear Lord, for the Thank you, dear Lord, for the super chat. $78 in chat revenue. Thank you so much. And you know what? A couple months from now, I'm gonna do what I do, and we're gonna find a good cause. You know, I cried my eyes out yesterday. Cried my eyes to sleep. I really did. Why? Because, you know, the leading cause of death in America for children is drowning. And with this, you know, and everyone, we hit 700 people in the trading group. Milestones have been hit right now. Milestones. We now can call it the 700 Club. And I wanted that so bad because in Boston, we have the 700 Club. And it's the exclusive club for the Red Sox. And when you're in the 700 Club, you get to sit in this fancy place. You get catered to. You get to watch the game. And, you know, so we have the 700 Club here in Boston. And now we got the 700 Club here. The 700 Club, see? Celebrating the 700 Club Boston Red Sox. And so it's only right that we have the 700 Club here, as I am from Boston. I'm sorry. Not everyone loves that, but, you know. We got some New Yorkers over here, you know. Dude, we got another super chat coming in from Robin Banks. Join the 99, and you have to have financial freedom. Join the 99, and you too can have financial freedom. Sam teaches you everything you need to know. No cap. Proud to call you Uncle Sam. Shout out to Robin Banks for the $49.99 in chat revenue. Bang, bang, bang. Throwing a 50 piece on me. You're the man, dude. Robin, I've seen you around since you joined. I've also seen you in the Frankie Candles group. You're very active. You're an awesome guy. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I believe you're a man, but we don't know. All we know is you're Robin Banks, and that's all that matters to me. I honestly don't care whether you're a man or a woman. I care that your energy is here. You probably are a dude. Most dudes, but you never know. We don't know, and I don't want to label. So thank you so much, Robin Banks. And that doesn't take away from Celsi SCT29. I mean, thank you so much for stepping up. Ballers. We got some ballers in the house today. We used to get $500 super chats from this guy, Michael Pa. He would show up and throw $500 super chats. No lie. It was absolutely absurd. It was crazy. And there's Solar Flare. Can you look at Bond and Amp for another $20 super chat? Bond and Amp. All right, now it's starting to become like a bull run again. Remember when the super chats were flying in, people were wilding out. What a beautiful day it is to be alive, man. So let's take a look at ANKR, and let's take a look at ANKR nice and cleanly. So ANKR's down in the dumps. Like, it's at the lowest it's ever been. Hands down. You can kind of see this. This is that like when you leave and come back into the channel. So you're in the falling wedge. We did this with Matic earlier today. It played out very nicely. Okay. So there's a gap up trade there because you don't have any resistance off the divergence. Never thought about that for 154%. There's a chance. I believe in ANKR. I actually still hold a tiny position. Don't really remember. I put a very small amount, so it doesn't matter. But there was a point where I believed ANKR was going to be a pretty big deal. You know, from my research. Doesn't make me. Would I get into ANKR right now? No. Am I saying, is it my coin of the day? No. Am I going to make this trade? No. Am I going to post this to the group? No. So, but this is what could happen to ANKR. You do have bullish divergence on the daily. But you're just getting above the dotted line there. What are these weird songs? Let's go back to the beginning. It's the only thing I don't like about Epidemic Sound is after like an hour or two, it doesn't do too well pairing the genres that you picked. Like that song was nothing like progressive house that I picked. You see? Next thing I'm hearing some girls sing, I'm like, what is that? You know? It is what it is. Funny, people still head out to the other channels, but we keep 600 people now. The smart people stay. The smart people are like, nah, I'm not going anywhere else. I know where the money's at. You know? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. The money's in your education. That's what I mean when I said that. Okay. Let's keep a look. We got more Super Chats coming in. Super Chats, GALA, Bond, and AMP. Let's take a look at GALA. GALA, one of my favorite coins. And you got to put an X here when you're trading it. Oh, maybe no, they took that away. But you used to have to put an X there on KuCoin. Now you don't. Now it says GALA Games for whatever reason. So I believe this was going to be a great project in the metaverse. I really do. And the fact that it's all the way down in the dumps and no one's talking about it is funny to me. Because I remember when this was the hottest thing since sliced bread. We started trading this right around here and here, GALA. We made massive, massive gains on GALA. I called GALA, Block, Naka, like every single big gaming coin. Because why? Because we had a bot that told us when new coins had it on KuCoin. And so every day I knew when I looked and I would find the newest coins on KuCoin. If you join my Discord, I have the same bot for you, giving you access. Look at my Discord's amazing. There's a reason why we had 450 people here just a month ago. 250 people have come in a month and a half. The group is expanded by exponential bounds, and it's because the gains we've been hitting, the group that we're doing, and what we offer here. We go over token metrics every single Thursday. Today is the weekly screen share, but this guy Wigwag, Wigwag, there he is. There he is. Let's see. Yeah, book my flight. Yeah, July 28th is when he's going to be here. I figured it wasn't going to be today. I had a feeling that it was next week. Awesome. And then we can plan it. So the screen share is tonight. I'm not going to cancel the screen share to go to dinner with Wigwag. I can't wait to meet you, dude, in real life. I'm like super excited. When I meet real lifers, it's awesome. It's like I started a YouTube channel. I reached out to human beings, and now I actually go out into the real world and get to meet the people that my YouTube channel brought into my life. Mind-blowing. I've met so many lifers now, and people have helped me and given me things and blessed me. Shout out to Vimmel. Vimmel gave me a pen from Harrods. He met me, and he had a gift. He was like, dude, I couldn't come empty-handed to the lifer. Hands me a pen. You know? When you said read lifers' testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. Yep. Amazing 24. I also teach class, everybody, if you're new. A lot of people don't know that I teach class. I just try to throw it out there. And I do teach class every single Tuesday, Eastern time, from 3 to 5 o'clock. Let me show you the class real quick. And the first Saturday of every month, but learn the language of the charts. Jump on in here. This is Tuesday from 3 to 5. Every Tuesday from 3 to 5. All right. Let's get back into the chat. So GALA is at the bottom of its barrel. However, it's been lower. It has been lower. And this is resistance support. So it's bouncing off a support zone. I don't like how high these dailies are. However, I've seen the lows. When they get really low, the dailies just kind of like dribble. So to me, rounded bottoms pay the bills. See, what I'm saying is this looks a lot like the bear market when it's time to accumulate. And everyone thinking we're going to have more time. Like I was watching another YouTuber. Oh, you're going to have all this time to accumulate. I don't know, man. There's people out here that aren't open-minded to believe that we could go to 100K by the end of this year. You have to be open-minded to believe that Bitcoin could get to 100K by the end of 2022. I'm not saying it is, and I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I'm just saying you have to believe that it's possible. All right? So right now, GALA's in a rounded bottom, and it's been getting held by a high-volume node there. You see that? So there's a lot of buy and sell pressure there. That would be a bounce area for GALA. Now, I normally don't trade buy anything at the bottom, but I believe in this project. And I think this is... Am I DCAing into it? Right now, I'm not. But I'm thinking about it, and I'm considering writing it down and making it a plan because I knew GALA was big bags. And they're actually a huge company. They're expanding. They're building a lot. And so, yeah. And so that's what it is, right? So GALA is in this falling wedge here, right? It does have bullish divergence on the daily time frame. The RSI has been swinging to the upside while the price is swinging down. Look for the daily to reset one more time and get some magic or get flipped by the 4 hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if this daily flipped by the 4 hour and we got a punch. We do have one higher low here. And also this is a coupe de handle. Samuel cup and handle to the upside. See, I don't like using the handy because handy is a hand, right? You know, like, I don't, even though we're not saying that. Like last night, this guy's like, I can't say that in front of my kids. Sammy Cup and handy, but it's like, it's just a short for a handle. But I get it, right? I'm in between on that, you know, because I don't want to be grotesque at all in any way, shape, or form. As you know, we don't even use profanity here on the channel, and we keep it clean. We don't, no profanity in the trading group. I don't allow memes and nonsense and stuff that would offend anybody. So GALA and a cup and handle here on the 4-hour time frame. The daily's not with you, but you could take a gamble. You know, you have to know that the daily is not in your favor, but you're making your first higher low in a long time. That's usually the beginning of a move back to the upside on the 4-hour. 44% gains coming out of GALA. If Bitcoin gets the move and it starts to move back up to 28,000, these coins are going to rip like you read about to the upside. So that's just something to think about. Keep on your radar. All right. GALA. And, you know, you got a cup and handle, low 4-hour. Cup and handle. First higher low in a long time. All right, let's move on to Bond and AMP. Thank you so much for Bond and AMP. Let's take a look at those super chats. Bond and AMP. When seller hits, I can meet you, Tori. Right? When do you realize Bitcoin is in a bear market? When it's below the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour time frame. That's it. That's exactly when. All right. So look, you go watch Bitcoin. We gave you so much knowledge today, it's ridiculous. We juxtaposes the Tether dominance and the Bitcoin dominance. We gave you the dollar index. We talked about the S&P. We talked about the total market cap. We talked about the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. We gave you Bitcoin. We showed you multiple wins that we brought into the channel. We showed you multiple potential gains that could be coming our way. I talked about strategies and ideas. We talked about where moving averages are, stop losses, how to use support and resistance. We talked about these tight moving averages. We talked about bouncing off the 200-day moving average. This stream alone, if you rewatch it like 100 times, I believe it could teach you how to trade in a way. This one stream. This one stream. Let's look at Bond, baby, Bond. And so I'm personally in the trade Bond, right? Almost at the stop loss, but did not. Got caught by the 50-day moving average. Quite interesting. And let's delete all my old work. So you can see this is the original trade. So I'm not trying to delete it. I got to rework it for my own mind. We didn't get stopped out. I'm still in the trade personally. I'm still in the trade, right? Bobby, can you find that trade for the team? I don't want to look like a liar. Show them the trade. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Come on. It does this thing where it like resets in the active and the history, and it keeps going to the history even when you're inactive. Nothing is going to be perfect. I just wanted to be clear about that. Nothing is going to be perfect. What indicator to use the high volume nodes? You go up to indicators, you type in VR, visible range volume profile, right there, the top one. You can also grab it here on the slick. Right here, fixed range volume profile. But that's the fixed range, not the visible range. They both work pretty good in tandem. My gosh, y'all, the IT job been crushing me this morning. But it's all good, though, because we're finna be slinging 10 to 15 racks come September when this sweat, blood, and tears. Crypto is life. It is, man. Happy Thursday. Love learning. Hope you have an amazing day. Shout out to Gregory the Sniper. Shout out to Dustin Cava. Let's take a look at Bond real quick. So look at what I see happening for Bond. I mean, it's been holding nicely. And it's not a real, you won't really cup and handle that, but you got a consolidated bull action in a way, and then you're making a handle. I mean, I won't call it a cup and handle because it doesn't have the rounded bottom, right? Moving averages are kind of far too. I'd like them a little tighter. However, that's a beautiful channel. Take a look at the 15-minute. 50 minutes high. So you don't enter the trade now. It's telling me that we're going to get a better entry here. Also, when you're this high, you could come back down to this high volume node for a bounce. So just something to think about. 200-day moving average could press us, but this 50-minute has to reset. So I don't like, if it does something crazy and does the anomaly pump, that's fine. I'll get in on the retest when the 50-minute resets. Either way, I'm not touching this to the 50-minute resets. I'm not going to add to it. And so I'm watching the 50-minute for a reset before I jump on into bond. But I do see a possible move for bond to 19. And that would happen on the 1 hour time frame. 66.6% gains. Funny, we were talking about that earlier. And if we take a look at the 4 hour time frame, 4 hours actually coming down for a reset. That would work pretty well in conjunction with that 15-minute move. So I'm actually this is looking pretty bullish to me. And that's going to touch the 21-day moving average in the 4 hour. This is looking bullish. This is setting up for a bullish move here. Possibly a bounce off the SR flip there on the 4 hour. So I like what bond is doing. It's looking very bullish to me. Yeah. I would watch this very, very closely. All right. Bond. Wow, Super Chat's piling in. I cannot believe it. Another $10 in Super Chats. Haven't been in the chat lately, but I'm here every day because I'm digging deep in my soul and the charts. I'm healing myself and fixing what is broken. The fire in you lights the darkness in me, baby. Ace PR, I love you, man. You're going to make it. You're going to break it through, dude. I had 5 years of depression. I went through depression for 5 years. I'd have good days. You wouldn't know. I was outside. I'd always walk around. I always wave at everyone. I was always nice to everybody, except for my close family and friends. Sometimes I was a little moody, But if you saw me in the street, I was a pretty good guy. If I was waiting in line, I was a pretty good guy most of the time, But I was depressed inside. My soul was broken. I wasn't who I wanted to be. I wasn't on my destiny. I didn't feel good about where I was going in life. I was struggling. Emotionally, spiritually, for many, many reasons, I was struggling. Yikes. That's weird. Okay. Don't fall in love. Yeah, never fall in love with the upside. Never fall in love with the upside. Never. All right. Always know that there's a downside coming. Always have a backup plan for the move to the downside. Shout out to Preston Collins of the game. Hitting 200K. We love you, bro. What did VR stand for again? Someone. Victoria. It was Victoria. Yeah. Shout out to Wen Dizzle. I praise God for you answering your call. I praise God for you answering your calling. I have the curiosity of a 3-year-old and have to constantly learn/progress. At times, it can feel like taking a drink out of the fire hose, but challenge is my favorite way to learn. You serve us so hard. I love you, man. I love you too, Wendy. I love you too. And since the day you joined the channel, since the day you jumped in, I got my legend hats. I think about you all the time, you and your husband. I love you so much. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. So much respect to you and yours. You people are amazing. Thank you so much. Did you see the little package I left for you in the Slack DM? I left you some social media prompts. Yeah, and my man Caldone, he used to work with us and help us go. He started this beautiful Tavro sport. Build ripped athletic muscle at home or in the gym. Join the Tavro program. We're a high-quality gym dedicated to affordable health and wellness. And I'm all about that. This is my man right here. Right? Caldone, dude. Look at this. Look at beautiful. Look at this, dude. And this is what it's all about. Strength and conditioning, bodybuilding mastery, powerlifting mastery, and weight loss. Do everything you can. Look at the testimonials. People changing their life. Really does things differently, but in a good way. It challenges you with goals. And if he was aligned with me, then he's definitely doing it in the right way. I would definitely check this out if you want to get in shape. Tavro Sport, man. And shout out to Caldone. We love you. Thank you for all your hard work, man. Thank you for all your hard work, bro. And check this out whenever you get a chance. Tavro Sport. All right? The CL Graphics folder has the video animations you need for social media callouts, plus all the PM logos. I need to add sound to them, which I will do tomorrow. So awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And look, I took profits right there. perfect place to take profits. I mean, nailed it. Now we're probably going to go up and down, up and down. We'll see. We couldn't get above resistance. Sell at resistance, buy into support. You are changing lives. God is guiding you well. God is guiding me every single day, man. I don't have any dead weight on me. I got so many beautiful people in my life willing to help me. And I know that doesn't happen to everybody. Like, I have an army of people willing to help me. Something very blessed is happening in my life. I'm telling you right now, I feel it. I get worried to go outside. I don't want to get hurt. I know how many people depend on me. So I take care of myself more. I'm more responsible now because people depend on me. I can't just go out and get drunk one night, and I can't drink alcohol. I'm not allowed to do that. God has given me a beautiful life. I can't disrespect it. You see what I'm saying? And alcohol, how could I be there for my group if I drank? How could I go through the Bitcoin updates if I woke up hungover? How could I get things done? I would never be able to. That is not a life to live, everybody. It's just not. So look, I'm going to blow your mind right now and show you what's happening. This is what's happening. And we're probably headed right here to support. Bounce. All right. Bro, you're exactly on point with how I feel. Been through so much and came from nothing. Your channel gives me hope that I can truly have a free life and help others. You can, dude. I worked the night shift for so long, dude. I worked the night shift for so long. So Bond, I believe the 4 hours going to flip. I believe the 1 hour is going to flip it. But I'm waiting for the 15-minute for a precise, perfect entry. All right? But I do believe Bond is going to go up, highly likely, based on what I looked at, all right, in the chats. Based on what the chats say. The daily, I don't think we got anything on there. A little overbought, actually. So that's kind of, you're going against a very high daily if you trade Bond right now. So something to worry about. Maybe you just want to give up on it. So if we do trade the 1 hour for a quick scalp, it's a quick scalp. That's exactly what it is. And then it could decide to tumble. All right? So just watch Bond for a scalp. Know that the daily is very overbought. All right? Always look at your bigger time frames. Always look at your bigger time frames. Let's take a look at AMP. Thank you so much for the super chats. Appreciated to you and yours. Yeah, we showed you the daily on Bitcoin was high. We already showed that. We went over that. 22-hour daily. 2 years clean and sober. Thank you. Shout out to Mello. 2 years, man. When Bitcoin hits 100K, we're taking shots. Funny. We're going to be able to. We're going to be the crew that can. We're going to be there standing after all the pain and anguish. We're going to be there. We're going to be like, nope, we were there. We made it through all of the pain, no matter what. CREDI banging on them. Look at that. Played with the 200-day moving average. 21 crossed the 200. Boom. Okay, moving forward. What time is it? It's 11:57. Are you wearing shoes, Sam? No, I'm not. I have complete bare feet on. Barefoot, man. Barefoot trading is the only way to be. I do have nice pants on. I look nice. I have a beautiful suit on. I have gray pants. I have nice gray pants on with a tailored jacket and a gray shirt and a gray pocket square. I'm the gray man right now. 7'11" feet. Yeah. Look, can I kick? I don't want to watch. You actually see me rip my pants? Can you see my feet? You know? No boxers. No, I got boxers on. I got boxers on, man. Come on. I got class. I believe in myself. Dude, and that news for Adam just continues to bang on you. And what's interesting is, I know you won't see it the way I see it, but I don't mind. You may one day. That's an emerging cup and handle. And that's about to blast to the upside even more. I mean, that's gone. It broke through the high volume node like we showed you. Once it breaks the node, the ball rolls to the next one. How much can we show you in one day? Towish on the markets today. That's a nice pocket square. Yeah, it is. It shines. And look, let me show you how to do a pocket square, everybody. The easy way. Circle in the hand. Because you're all going to wear pocket squares. All the men out here in my group. And even the women. The women, you're going to get pins and you're going to do extra things to make yourself extra spicy. But look. You poke this hole in. You grab the hole. You fluff. You bend. Now you got a little flower. You tuck the flower in like a little rose and you just pinch it and you're ready to go. You are ready to go. No questions asked. Adam looks like Bitcoin in the future. Them bare feet keep you grounded. Oh, yeah. No corns and bunions on those feet. No. I got clean feet, man. You funny, man. You funny, dude. Okay. So that completes the end of the show. We did it. We had to do AMP. Someone's like, oh, no, you do AMP. That was a double dip, but it was a big super chat, so we'll let it slide. You need a Bitcoin print pocket square, for sure. You know what I could do, though, is I could just stuck the tie in there. Anyone, if you want, you can send me pocket squares. Whoa. Did you guys hear that? That was the quarry near my house doing a blast, and they shake the entire house, trying to tell me that I'm afraid one day my house is going to fall into a sinkhole, man. It's insane. Did you guys hear that? Did you already look at Quant? Super chat, cream. Oh, we need to look cream too. Okay. I was 2 months from dead at 28. I hadn't received the liver transport. Wow, and you're good to go now. I've been all over the place this morning, but God is good. Shout out to Bison Nah, man. We love you. Let's take a look at AMP. So someone asked about AMP recently. I put it in this long bowl. I mean, you must believe in this project. It is holding the high volume node. This could be the bottom. You know, technically it is the bottom because it hit here, hit here, hit here. I've seen these bowls happen like that. But it's high risk, high reward when you're trading this stuff. You got to really like the project. Me personally, I don't like AMP that good, and the daily's a little too high. And honestly, even the daily was high here. I see it just doing this. It's going to go a little more sideways while the daily resets. I don't see really anything happening for this. I got no real, sorry, I don't got a lot of, it's at the bottom of the dumps. It's got to get it back above, yeah, it's got to get it back up 1 cent, It's just nothing. You'd have to believe in this project. I don't know enough about it. I don't care enough about it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's not my play. But it could be huge for gains. I mean, watching 5 days, it goes up 100x, and I'm wrong. And I'm not saying I know everything. It just, for me, doesn't fit my trading style. It's beat to the ground. Look at the weekly. How is the weekly even getting high? They're all following Bitcoin with this 22-hour dumping on you too. Wow, the super chats were amazing. Wen Dizzle, Robin Banks, two $50 chats, $212 in chat revenue. Unbelievable. Is it possible Bitcoin still goes to 38,000 even though the daily RSI is super high? Yes, it's very possible. There's an anomaly on the RSI. There's Bitcoin anomalies. Look, we're going to extract this right now and use this. All right. I used the stochastics RSI and the RSI for years and years and years. Okay. And I got to know them very, very well. All right. Now, by doing so, I was able to learn a lot about the goings on. All right. And you asked right now, is the 15-minute about to pump to the upside? That's what we're hoping for. That's what we called here. But again, it didn't really break out, as you can see. It's still kind of at resistance and it's getting high. It needed to do more than that. The fact that it doesn't get above that, it's likely to head to the downside. I'll do a clearer chart for you. This isn't like my last Bitcoin update. I'm trying to do something different here. But if we go to the weekly chart, all right, and we look at Bitcoin in its entirety, or even the daily, there's been a few anomalies for Bitcoin. So we want to put the stochastics right here. We want to shrink the other indicators for now. All right. I really want to delete this work. All right, that's legit. I'll delete this for now. So check it out. This is a really important one I want to show you. It took me a long time to figure this out. So bear with me. Whoever's staying is smart. If you're leaving because you can't handle it, I get it. But if you're staying and you're hanging out, then you're going to see something amazing. So here, it's right here. Okay. And it's also, where else was it? Right here. I've studied the RSI more than I think anyone I've ever met, and I've played with it so much. And it's like I encompassed myself in one or just a few indicators and got really good at those indicators. That's really the key to becoming good at trading, is to nail a small section of high focus. Small section of high focus, and not to keep your focus all around, and just get really good at one thing, okay? So here's the deal. The Stochastics RSI. Hi, my name is Sam Price. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader. I'm also known as cryptolifer on YouTube. I use the Stochastics RSI every single day, all the time. Hours and hours a day, probably 10, 20 hours a day I'm looking at it. And you'd be surprised. I do sleep sometimes 4 hours, so it is 20 hours a day. And yes, normally you're above the dotted line, you're overbought. You're coming down. You're below the dotted line, you're oversold. You're coming up. And that's kind of the process of this oscillator. However, there's anomalies in the oscillator. And I've seen the anomalies, and they can occur. How do you figure this out? The smaller time frames will stay bullish, and they'll end up pushing a bigger time frame further through its oscillator, even though the oscillator is oversold. So I know how to get through this, even though it can throw you off, by using the 15, the 1 hour, even sometimes the 7, and in conjunction with the 4 hour. You'll be able to get yourself through this anomaly. So check it out. Here, everyone would sell because you're overbought, right? But what happens is price action started to rise. And so look, price action's here when you're on the low. So of course, yes, you get in on the low, all right? And you buy here at this very low period. And price action starts to move and move and move. But then look, you get to this overbought region and you're here. You would sell, right? You're coming back down. No, at this point, you use support and resistance and smaller time frames. Had you gone to the 1 hour and the 4 hour at these same points in time, you would see areas that where you get a low, really low areas in the stochastic. That was low. If I open it up here, bear with me for a second here. If I open this up on the 4 hour, which takes a second, you're going to see that we were extremely low, and that was your buy signal there. And then right here, we were extremely low. That was your buy signal there. By using the low stochastics in the 4 hour, you're able to avoid the pitfalls of a high daily. What I'm teaching you right now is gold. It took me 7 years to figure out, like years of playing with the charts in my mind, looking at these anomalies and storing them in my subconscious. So I was able to one day to pinpoint the actual place where I said, wait, let me see. So look, the daily was overbought here, but that would tell you to actually stay in the trade. As the stochastics would reset, the price would go up. This is an anomaly. This is called divergence. Price is going up. Stochastics is moving down. Isn't it supposed to go down when price goes down? Like this, down, 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 down. Yes, it is. But there's anomalies in the stochastics RSI. We had another one right here. We got low. The time to buy was the lows. We got to the highs right here. Wouldn't you sell the high? Yes, but what would happen? We would rip to the upside while the stochastics goes down. Not many people know this occurs. Most people have never seen it and don't even know about it. I've been studying this stuff for years. I can point out things you would never believe. I can get you out of sticky situations that normally most traders will just get bagged on, because after 5 years of trading, you still won't know this because you won't have seen it. And if you haven't seen it, you can't use it to your advantage. Because I have 15 years of trading in multiple markets, the Toronto Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange, all around the world, you name it, and crypto 24/7. And for the last 5 years, and I haven't taken a day off on my live stream, 544 days straight, I'm able to see things that most people don't see. I'm exponentially gaining the slight edge on this market. If you like this type of material, know that I go live every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Saturday nights. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Okay, thank you guys so much. This has been an intense season of my life for me, but God is moving, and I'm coming close to hitting a massive goal I set for this summer. You want the absolute best internet has to offer? You follow everything lifer. Shout out to Bison9 for the $20 super chat. I've never seen people shower people with so much love on a live stream. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. So, yeah, so there is an anomaly in the stochastics RSI. And I've pointed it out before, and you know what? We could be going into one right now. When there's heavy buy pressure, the stochastics will pump. You'll just see something like this. And this thing will just, and you'll be pumping. So I've seen it. How do we figure it out? By using the 4-hour time frame when it's super low, which is happening right now. Is this the anomaly? There's no guarantees, but now I know something's possible that most people don't. And that's going to give you an edge in trading. Okay? Let's jump into Bitcoin real quick before I get out of here and do my last update of the day. And Bitcoin pumping, as we suggested it would at the beginning of the channel. We said we were seeing the 15-minute with bullish divergence right here. And can it pump out of the channel? It did. It still has legs too. This is a big move. We called this move. Right there we call it. We called this move. Right there. The exact bottom we called. How do we call it? With the bullish divergence. All right? We saw swing down to swing down here. We saw swing up to swing up here. And lo and behold, Bitcoin went up to the upside. What are you watching now? You're watching for the 15-minute to get back above 23,000. That's going to be your next zone to get above and get a move. That's why I have that channel like that. So we're looking for the price to get it back above $23,000. That's what we're going for, everybody. That's what we need. We get rejected by there, it's okay. We can get up to there. Just draw your flag in a falling wedge, and we just need to make sure that the 50-minute stays in a wedge while it resets. So I would love a parabolic move, just back above this zone. Then it comes down for this retest or this retest. See, this zone, I just looked at the corner of my eye, I saw it right there or there. I'll keep you updated in the trading group, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. 4 hours very bullish with a move to the upside. We talked about the 4 hour making a higher low. I would long that 4 hour right there and forget about all the other time frames. Bottom, top, bottom. You're going back to the top here. You're headed up here to 24,000. It's very obvious that the 4 hour is going to take you there out of this falling wedge to the upside. It's already breaking out. There's no guarantees, but there's a 70% chance that you're breaking out. And let me make it real clean and clear for you. Because I know I got a lot of lines and a lot of nonsense, and it's not easy. So look, I delete everything. Look, strong support 23.5 needed to break that. We did. We didn't get above. But like right here, first thing is you draw your node, your range bound area, right there. You're bouncing off the previous support. That's an SR flip. Goes all the way back to this area too. That's an SR flip. I also talked about you retesting the top of the previous, this is obvious trading too. Like this stuff is obvious. I also talked about this being a giraffe cup and handle because it's an extended neckline of the cup, a giraffe cup. And there's your little handle. I showed you that the measured move is huge for this because this is where you have to go if that's what's going to happen. And that takes me to 27,500. Write that down. I just gave you a measured move to 27.5. Nobody else has it like that. Not in this way. All right. Right now, we're just focused on this idea here that the 4 hour is going to break out of this channel to the upside. And it's bullish. Bullish. What we don't want to see is a rejection here in an M pattern. So you don't want to see the M to the downside. That would take us here. All right. We'll get there when we cross it. And we'll talk about that. Right now, there's a 68% chance we're headed back to 24,250. And that's where I'll leave you today. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Bitcoin pumps on the way to 23K, baby. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Do something for somebody else today. Have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the super chats. Words cannot express my true gratitude for the life that I live and for you to be a part of it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Make those gains, baby. Make those gains. And don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything with your life. You are, you will. You are the best. You will do the best. And you're going to be the greatest version of yourself every single day. You're going to do it. Because you're in the right place with the right people doing the right thing now. Your life's not the same. You're with the lifers, baby. $99 a month. That ain't nothing. Look, we just made $200 in the super chats. Come on now. Expand your mind, expand your brain. Anything is possible. I got to catch the elevator. I'll see you at the top. I wish I could start raising myself up. No, I'll see you at the top. That's so silly, right? But everyone, thank you so much for being here. My hair's a mess today. I don't know why. But you know what? I was just here to do the charts, man. It was what it was. Everybody, thank you so much. I love you. Have a great day. Be safe.